Hey guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on the Patreon page, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. They mean the world to me. If you're interested in supporting the channel or knowing more about the channel, please check the drop-down menu, the video description on the YouTube daily videos. In there, there's ways to contact me, my social medias, my link tree, which links you to everything that you need to find me. So if you want to book a private reading or anything like that, it's all available there. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and definitely hit the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the video. This is a broad spectrum reading for a bunch of people, so it's just an energy that's out there for the collective that we can tap into. If you're watching it, it's originally created for Friday the 30th of April, but it's not necessarily solely set for that date. If it's showing up in your feed and you're randomly seeing it on a different day, it may still have a message for you. So just keep an open mind and utilize the message in however you see fit. All right, so let's get into this and see what's going on here. Okay. All right, we have the Knight of Wands. This is the element of fire, right? Wands being the element of fire. Knights being of service. Usually, doing the right thing for the right reasons or attempting to. This could be about taking action. Certainly, the Wands is about taking action towards maybe something that we desire or that we want. This could be us interacting with somebody of a fire sign variety that is coming towards us with some sort of element of warmth, kindness, love, affection, that sort of a thing. The Knight of Wands, I believe, is primarily represented as Sagittarius, the sign of Sagittarius. So if it is somebody that we're dealing with, more than likely could be a Sag, or it's Leo or Aries. If it's us that's doing this today, then I think this is about us maybe turning a page in the book, if that makes sense. Yesterday we saw the 10 of Wands. The Knight follows right after. And so I like that we're seeing the Knight right after. Like, this to me feels like progression. Whatever ideally we were letting go of or releasing in that 10 of Wands from yesterday, we're now maybe moving on towards something a little bit more planned out, noble, a cause that we care about, a person that we care about, an idea that we care about, whatever it is. We're in sort of a space of, how do I want to say this, not only just desire and wanting to make it happen, but also like being in servitude to that idea. Does that make sense? Like, when I look at her, she feels joyous and happy and she's enjoying herself. Her horse is a little like dancing. The one thing about the Knight of Wands that sticks out as a negative is sometimes he doesn't have staying power. So he'll come on hot, or we'll be really involved and want to do something, and we may give up on it when at the first sign of it not looking great for us. So keep that in mind if we are going to go after whatever it is that we desire, and each one of you is going to have something different on your plan. Sort of temper your energy in a way. There is an exuberance or an excitement with this card, I feel like, that it's that fiery energy that sort of pushes us forward. So if we're finding ourselves having that extra push, that extra oomph to move forward, use it today. We might find ourselves helping others with this card because it's a Knight. But I feel like overall, that help or assistance, if we are the ones giving it to others, or if others are giving it to us, we are receiving some sort of pleasure from that, or those people are receiving some sort of pleasure from that. So keeping that in mind, allow those people to come close to you. The reason why I'm reading this sort of as another person is court cards usually represent other people, but we also saw that family card the stone in the early beginning part of the week as the Sunday stone for the underpinning energy. So this is where I feel like we may actually be connecting to others in this place of love and appreciation, which the Knight of Wands would represent. a desire to maybe do the right thing, care for others, or others, like I said, if this is coming at us, could be caring for us at this time. We need to sort of let them in and allow them to have a presence, whether we're in the role of being the knight or they're in the role of being the knight for us. Allow for that assistance, that help, that support. Ultimately, though, with that lack of staying power, remember that we're in charge of taking care of ourselves first and foremost. And so that's part of this. I think that we will enjoy whatever it is that we experience today. There could be opportunities to sort of build on ideas, get creative, get dynamic, maybe toss around ideas or share ideas with others and get their feedback and be appreciative of that. So all of that stuff feels open and ready. Remember, the reason why I think this might be another person is because on Sunday's reading, the underpinning energy of this is that Two of Cups. And so that Two of Cups can definitely indicate sort of a loving bond. It doesn't have to be romantic. This can be about, the people that we care about, i.e. family, friends, things like that we're passionate about, that we're inspired by. So if they're coming towards us or we're going towards them, that Two of Cups would also indicate that. This could also be the relationship to the self through that Two of Cups. So if we're trying to show up for ourselves in deeper, more profound ways at the level of spirit, keep doing it, keep going for it, be sort of excited and inspired by it, and allow it to happen. That would also be the Knight of Wands. He moves quickly. It could indicate quick decisions happening today, but I think that that's okay, especially with that. We had the Queen of Swords and the Hermit way earlier in the week. So there's an intelligence and a measuredness in both of those cards that I feel like decisions we might make, even if they feel quick today, they hopefully will be balanced and well informed. So let's see what's going on with the Lightworker. I can't believe we're actually done with this deck. I mean, for this month at least. And, oh wow, okay. The seventh ray of Ritual, Order, and Ceremony. Jeez, they're having a party. Card number 44, which is a master number. I love that this is about sort of honoring. I mean, when I look at ritual, order, and ceremony, this is about honoring ourselves through the acts that we do, right? And the reason why I say that is also with the knight there. He's in servitude or service, maybe to ourselves or to others, in such a profound and loving way that we are taking into account the sacredness of that. We are lifting ourselves up. We are building upon, like, to me, when I look at this, we have these bodies here and then going upward and sort of freeing oneself or exalting oneself, releasing oneself to our, ideally, a higher perspective, a new vision, through the practices that we do. Today, the action that the Knight of Wands may take, if we are that knight, or if other people are coming to our service today, honoring that, right? The sacredness of that, the connection of that. That's sort of what I'm feeling with this seventh ray of, what is it? Ritual, order, and ceremony. So how do I want to say this? Like, don't leave any of the details out. Honor all the details as you move through it. I love all of the sort of red, orangey tones. I don't get a sense of sometimes reds and oranges give me a sense of like agitation or inflammation, anger, that sort of a thing. With these reds and oranges, I feel like this is energy, this is excitement, this is impassioned feeling, especially too with the purple in that second card. So channel that today and allow it to lift you up on high, so to speak, or a high within yourself that you feel at a deeper, more spiritual level, right? That's also the kind of that 44 master number. It's sort of lifting you into another realm in a way. That's the feeling that I'm getting. And I love that there's sort of an abandon to both of these cards, not only the woman playing the drum in the Knight of Wands, but the woman up there at the top of that pyramid of people. She's rising up, kind of open, present, available, and I like all of that, right? All of that to me would also fall under sort of knight qualities in a way. All right, so let's read the card for this seventh ray. And the seventh ray, too, just so we know, oh, this is the last card of the deck and the last card of the day. Interesting. Okay, deck. This deck has been really wonderful. The seventh ray is also our seventh, associated with the seventh chakra, which is where our claircognizance is, which is just sort of clear knowing. Again, like I said, with the intelligence of the Hermit and the Queen of Swords this week, we should have that clear knowing to make those decisions today, whatever we need to move towards and pursue. So, 44, the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. When the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high-frequency violet light and the Archangel Zadkiel, the seventh ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. So that's really beautiful. We might notice that shift from yesterday's Ten of Wands, too. That's about this line here. It says, it's a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt. That would have been the Ten of Wands energy yesterday. The invocation is, I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, and the assistance of the unconditionally loving masters on this ray, the violet flame of Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel. I open to the magic of creativity, divine genius, and the ability to transmute spiritual concepts into real-world experiences for the greatest good. May I discover and use my innate power for conscious and loving ritual and ceremony to enrich and invite spiritual presence into the world. May all beings feel safe and consciously held in a loving divine order according to the great plan of love. Through my own free will, so be it. And when we're talking about holding ourselves to this sacred ritual and order, I feel like the Knight would definitely be the one that would, it's certainly the Knight of Wands too, him being the element of fire and that of spirit, would be the one that would be sort of in charge of maintaining that. Does that make sense? So finding your connection to your ritual and order, your divine spiritual connection, even in the day-to-day acts that you may partake in today, can be quite uplifting. The connection can be quite strong today. I would say sort of maybe the message is to find the spiritual and the divine in the simplistic and daily and relish in that, right? Let's look at the grounding stone. And this is the stone of clarity. So I'm grounding in that clarity, and I feel like I've mentioned this 3 times now. We have that clarity from this week with the Hermit, and ideally we have that clarity with the Hermit and the Queen of Swords, right? That sort of education, awareness, intelligence that both of those cards bring, and through the cards that we've experienced this week, grounding in this clarity and this understanding that we get to sort of connect in only ways that we know how, right? And so taking whatever we do today and grounding in this sense of clarity and then connecting to our actions through a higher spiritual perspective could lend to us a lot of not only energy and excitement, but also I think it could also add to our own personal clarity in the sense of where we fit in our lives, how our lives work, where we sort of, I almost get a feeling when I'm looking at these 3 together, it's like today's a day to, through estimable acts and doing what we feel sort of drawn to do, maybe from the heart or our spirit, we will actually like recharge ourselves. I feel like a battery recharge or something. Does that make sense? So there's, we may find in that recharging and that awareness that we connect to today, we also are able to enhance this clarity of who we are, where we want to be, how we want to be in the world, and really enjoy that and allow it to carry us through the day. So that is your forecast for the day. I hope it makes sense. I hope you can utilize this and have it be an inspiration to you. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel, hitting the notification bell so you get notified when I go live. And I will see you guys tomorrow to finish up the week, and we will talk then. Take care. Bye-bye.